What's up everyone, John here with Motivation Theory Running, and today I'm going to be discussing my upcoming 100 miler, a few days away, my thought process behind preparing for it, and just my general thought of how I prep in the coming days, because the training's done. Hay's in the barn, nothing I can do now except get injured. So it's staying loose running. We're not going to be talking about that. This is more about the prepping and logistics. And the thing that stresses me out the most when it comes to running is the weather. Let's talk about it. So in the Yeti 100 over the past several years, we've gone from torrential downpours, hurricanes, to perfect days like you couldn't design a better day, to having a half day be perfect and the second half day be a hurricane, to torrential downpours and hurricanes, and the entire town of Damascus being flooded. Super serious. I don't like running 100 miles in the rain. I don't think anybody does. It's not the worst thing. The rain and the cold is what's been the issue in the past. When it gets to high 30s, low 40s overnight, that's extremely difficult, especially when you have torrential downpours. The rain's coming in sideways. You can't stay dry, and it's hard to stay warm, especially when you're not moving it pace fast enough through the night to keep your body warm. If you're keeping your body warm and you're moving really, really well, it's a little easier, but still, it's just difficult. So in the upcoming Yeti, I'm looking at the weather, and it looks like it's going to be potential for rain. That stresses me out. So when it comes to the 100 planning, clothing and having what I need to stay warm and dry for the best I can is what I concentrate on most. I eat off of the aid station tables. Like in the past, I would try to be like, I need all of this extra stuff, and I'm gonna put them in my containers. And when I get there, I'll eat this type. I end up not eating any of it every single time. I just don't eat that. I eat off the real food on the aid station tables. So where I'm concentrating the most, and I think a lot of people are really concentrating, is making sure you have what you need to wear, whether it's extremely hot weather or extremely cold weather, wet weather, just concentrating on that. So knowing that there is impending rain, I'm going to have to make sure, because now it's always been an out and back, but now it's several out and backs. It's condensed to about half the course and then running at twice as much. I need to make sure that I have socks, dry shirts, light jackets, heavier jackets, raincoats, change of hats and things like that, and gloves. Because it's not going to get super cold. I think the coldest it's going to get maybe is in the high 50s, maybe in the 60s, highs of like mid 70s. So I don't think temperature is going to be a significant factor in this. Wet and in the high 50s and low 60s is problematic if you're not moving well, but trying to stay dry as best you can. So right now what I'm packing is making sure I have my good raincoat, a light jacket, and gloves, change of gloves so if they get wet, and just change of hats. New hat, Motivation Theory running hat. Get you one. The link down in the comments and in the description of this video. Love it. Trucker hat, air conditioning in the front, wind blocker in the... I got that reversed. Air conditioning in the back of the hat, blocking the rain, and wind in the front. That's how I think. That's why I wear trucker hats. If you wonder why I wear trucker hats so much, is I like to be able to ventilate and then close it off. I don't know. That's just the way I think about it. Anyways, so in the upcoming race, they keep pushing to have lighter and lighter drop bags. They don't like the hard case containers. I usually take, where is it? Where are they? Let me grab one here for you. Oh, I'm here. Don't go nowhere. So usually I take something like this. And yeah, I put my stuff in it. I have 2 of them, and that's a lot. I like to say that I don't like to stress about this stuff, but I do in a weird way. But this year we're being told to bring soft-sided stuff, so I'm probably still going to bring that. I'm going to bring a wet bag and just try to figure it out. I'm going to try to listen to my own advice, reduce what I'm taking, which is super hard because I overthink the clothing part and I bring a lot of clothing and then end up not changing. I think the last 100 I ran, I didn't change shirts, I didn't change socks or shorts, I changed nothing except probably hats. For whatever reason in the race, my brain just shuts down. It only deals with what's necessary. So This time I am going to be bringing change of socks, a towel to dry my feet, change of shirts if I get cold, light jacket, rain jacket, and hats. I'm going to concentrate on that. I'm trying to listen to myself and reduce and fuel off the aid station tables. Soups, stuff for the night when you need to get warm, gloves, and yeah. I still don't know what vest I'm going to wear. I got a Usui, I got Ultimate Direction, and what else do I got back here? Hold on. A Solomon vest. So that's what I'm going to be looking for, what I can fit the most in if it's raining, and plastic bags to keep things dry inside them, inside of a plastic bag if it's in my bag. Ziploc bags if there's things I need to keep dry. A Ziploc bag for my phone so I can keep that dry. Yeah. If I'm bringing extra SIM cards for recordings, I'll be bringing that, the GoPro, like I always do. It's just stuff like that. That's where I'm going to concentrate on keeping dry and keeping hydrated, keeping fueled, and keeping moving forward. No caffeine, really, the first half the race, and probably not until I get to the nighttime. Hit up with some caffeine, start in the gels. I'll add caffeine at night in the gels, and then when it gets to sunrise, 5-hour energy drink, and then finish strong. That's the plan. Easy peasy, simple but difficult. We're going to do this, and I appreciate you all following along here, and if you have any other suggestions, and again, this is race specific. If you're super remote out in the mountains, lots of elevation, mountaintops, and you're dealing with lots of stuff, there's a lot to take into account there. Of, you know, if there's aid stations atop the mountain, you're at elevation, you're definitely going to need to make sure you have things there to keep you warm, depending on where you're moving. If it's an out and back, if it's a loop or point to point. Again, think about all these things. Bring the least amount that you think you're going to need. Make sure you have all the mandatory gear. We have more mandatory stuff this year. I think it's like 300 calories, disposable or non-disposable cup, collapsible cup, a light jacket, and stuff like that. So in hydration, enough to carry a certain amount. And that's typically the minimum. But really think these things through. That way you're not overdoing it. And I know it's probably better sometimes to make sure you have what you need if any of the million things that can go wrong happen, but more than likely you're not going to need them. So lower stress, go in confident, keep moving forward, stay hydrated, fueled. I'm going to continue to probably record something building up to this race, and then I'll produce kind of a little mini documentary after this. So I look forward to seeing how you guys receive this, and hopefully I have some good news to show you or to tell you in a couple days. Talk to you soon. Take care. I'm going to go have the rest of this coffee. Good stuff. See ya.